Freedom High School, and welcome back to another broadcast. I'm Kirsten Ribery.
And I'm Caroline Keener, and it's National Saxophone Day.
Thank you for that, Ryan.
Now on to the news.
School will be closed Tuesday, November 7th due to Election Day. There is also a 3-hour delay on Wednesday, November 8th.
The day will start at 10:30, and we will not go in normal order. We will start with Block 1, then go to Block 3, then Block 2, and finally Block 4.
Make sure you know the schedule so you don't go to the wrong class.
Tickets for the theater company's fall show, It's a Wonderful Life, are now available for purchase at www.showtixforyou.com/events/FHSTC. So make sure to get your tickets before the show sells out. I heard it's supposed to be a good one this year.
Today marks the beginning of Red Ribbon Week, run by the SAD Club, and celebrates the pledge to live drug-free and honor the sacrifices to all who have lost their lives during the fight against drugs. This year's theme is Be Kind to Your Mind.
Did you just turn 18, or are you going to before November? And is it your first year of voting? If so, there is a voter registration drive November 6th through November 10th during lunches. You just fill out a simple form and the AP Government students outside the cafeteria will do the rest of the work for you. It's very important to vote.
Get cozy this November with Coffee Shop's brand new flavor, Cinnamon French Toast, and add some flavor to your hot beverage.
Hey Kirsten, do you know anything about the Freedom's Scholastic Scrimmage Club?
Freedom's what? I didn't even know that was a thing. Why do you ask?
Well, not many people in the school know about the club, and they are looking for new members to be on the team. In fact, for people who don't know much about Scholastic Scrimmage, London and David interviewed some members of the club to learn more about it.
The Scholastic Scrimmage is a test of knowledge played out between two teams using buzzers.
Here at Freedom, we have our very own Scholastic Scrimmage team and are here to ask them a few questions.
I'm here with Mr. Evans. Mr. Evans, can you tell us about Scholastic Scrimmage?
Okay, what it is, basically, if you've ever seen Jeopardy on TV, it's kind of a format like that where students have buzzers in their hands. It's a team of 4, and they are asked questions, everything from math, science, literature, stuff in the Bible. It could be pop culture, but any of the 4 people can buzz in. It's 4 on a team. There's a varsity and JV format. So we meet every Monday. We compete against the Lehigh Valley, East Penn Conference. And 6 teams are here, our division. So we do that every Monday.
Interesting, thank you.
Hi, I'm here with
Daniela.
And Brady.
So what are some of the type of questions you're asked during a scrimmage?
We're really asked anything. I mean, it could range from pop culture to literature to chemistry to math to really anything.
Okay. How many rounds are the competitions?
There's 3 rounds in each match, and every match is on Monday for the EPC conference.
How long do you have to prepare your answers for questions?
You get 5 seconds for non-math and 10 seconds for math questions.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That was interesting to hear about. If you're interested in joining Scholastic Scrimmage, see Mr. Evans in room 238. Back to you, Kirsten and Caroline.
Thank you, David and London. Scholastic Scrimmage seems really interesting. And for all the competitive people out there who are involved in academics, this is perfect for you.
Did you know the team is going to be on television?
Oh, cool. When?
Well, the PBS news station will be airing one of their competitions on December 22nd, so stay tuned.
Now let's see the club schedule for this week.
These clubs all sound fun. If you're interested in joining a club, make sure you attend these meetings.
Freedom's literary magazine, Pen and Ink, is accepting submissions for this year's publication. Scan the QR code on the screen or submit your original writing, artwork, and/or photography, or email it to jobriansheets@basdschools.org.
Auditions are live for the Freedom High School Jazz Band. There are openings on all instruments and voice. All students who are interested must audition, even those who were in jazz band last year. Seniority is not considered. All information can be found at tinyurl.com/jazzfhs2324. All auditions are due by November 18th. Contact Mr. Lin with any questions.
Now let's go to Sammy, who's talking to students around Freedom about how they deal with stress. Over to you, Sammy.
Thanks, Kirsten and Caroline. And in honor of Stress Awareness Month, I'm going to interview students about how they cope with stress. Who am I here with?
Cece Warren.
And how do you cope with stress?
I eat food.
What do you got in your hand right now?
Half-eaten Uncrustable from the Freedom High School lunch.
Rated out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Who am I here with?
Corey James.
And how do you cope with stress?
Playing soccer most of the time.
Valid. Who am I here with?
Inajulise Mendez.
And how do you cope with stress?
I do yoga.
Who am I here with?
AJ. Dominic.
And how do you guys cope with stress?
I thug it out. I don't get stressed.
So you don't stress about anything?
No.
Okay. Who am I here with?
Miana.
And how do you cope with stress?
I talk to my friends or spend time alone.
Who am I here with?
Preston.
And how do you cope with stress?
I'll just cope.
How do you cope?
Just cope.
Who am I here with?
Miss Han.
And how do you cope with stress?
I like to exercise, go out and walk in woods and, just laugh. I like to laugh. That releases stress.
I agree. I love laughing too. There's a lot of unique ways to cope with stress. Back to you, Caroline and Kirsten.
It's so interesting how different people deal with stress. Caroline, how do you personally deal with stress?
I like to relax and sleep it off. I find that taking breaks helps a lot.
Me too. It's always good to take a step back and find yourself if you're getting too stressed.
Speaking of stress, student athletes deal with a lot of stress during their seasons. However, it can all pay off during the postseason. So let's go to Jake and Brian for an update about postseason sports.
Thanks, Kirsten and Caroline, and welcome back to your Freedom Paid Sports Update. I'm Brian.
And I'm Jake. Your Freedom Patriots football team are city champs once again thanks to their 41-14 thrashing of Liberty. Freedom broke a 14-14 tie in the third quarter with a double pass connection from Shakri Colwell to Jelani Fedrick. This started a run of 27 unanswered points for Freedom and a stretch where Liberty gained under 60 total yards. The win increased their winning streak to 5 and gave them the 4 seed in the District 11 6A playoffs. Our boys soccer team took down top seeded Northampton in the semifinals of the district playoffs, winning 5-3. Corey James scored twice, Michael Delury finished a PK, and other goals came from Don Ruskowski and Connor Blake. The 4th seeded Pates moved on to face number 3 Emmaus in the district championship game.
Boys basketball open gym will begin today and go to Wednesday, November 8th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the main gym. Any girls grades 9 through 12 interested in wrestling for Freedom's first PIAA team, please plan to attend a mandatory player meeting on Wednesday, November 15th from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 705. All team communication and important information will be shared at this time.
This is girls wrestling's second year as an official sport at Freedom, and there is a lot to be excited about in year 2. Jackie and Aiden caught up with members of the program to tell us more about what is coming this winter. Let's take you there now.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Jackie.
And this is the first year that girls wrestling is PIAA certified.
Today, we're here to talk to some of the players about their upcoming season.
I'm here with.
Anaya Velez.
And what can you tell me about the mandatory player meeting you guys have?
So we have a mandatory player meeting for girls wrestling on November 15th. That's on a Wednesday, and it's in room 702.
For girls who are interested in joining, when does your season start?
So our season starts on Friday, November 17th, but if you're interested in trying out before then, just to see how it is, or maybe get a look for it, you can come to any practices on Monday or Wednesday from 3 to 4. See Coach Laubach in the girls' locker room for more information.
Thank you.
Who am I here with?
I'm Allie Laubach.
And what did you accomplish last year?
Last year, I had one of the first pins in school history, and a lot of our other girls were really successful facing teams like Parkland and Liberty with our duels.
That's really great. And what are your goals for this upcoming season?
One of our main goals is going to state qualifiers at Parkland High School every year, which all of our girls get to wrestle in. And if you make it through state qualifiers, you get to go to states, which is in Hershey, which is a super big accomplishment.
Thank you.
It's great to hear how motivated the players are for their upcoming season.
Thanks, Jackie and Aiden. Anyone interested, make sure to go to the meeting next week.
For our last announcement, girls lacrosse preseason is starting. The girls team is having practices Tuesday and Thursdays on the grass fields from 2:45 to 4 p.m. If you're interested in attending, email the coach at chariseinarella@gmail.com.
That's all for your Freedom Paid Sports Update. Back to you, Kirsten and Caroline.
Thank you, Brian and Jake. I'm so excited for lacrosse season. Both the boys and girls team are looking super strong already.
Make sure to get involved with sports and help all of our teams out.
The month of November is starting, and it's now Native American Heritage Month. The whole month, we are sharing famous Native Americans and their impact on their own culture.
Jimi Hendrix was an American guitarist and songwriter with Cherokee roots. He's well known for his electric guitar playing style and his experimental sound of blending American traditions of blues, jazz, rock, and soul music. He's one of the most well-celebrated musicians of the 20th century and might be responsible for the way the electric guitar sounds today.
Tori Amos is a part Cherokee and is an American singer and pianist. She is known for her unique music performance styles, her extraordinary piano playing, and her lyrics focusing on important topics like sexuality and feminism. Her music inspired artists like Fiona Apple and Regina Spektor. Tori Amos is currently touring around the world and still inspiring new people.
This wraps up the broadcast for the week. Thank you to everyone who made this possible. If you'd like to learn more about the Freedom Forum, we meet every Wednesday in room 602.
Also, make sure to check out our Instagram and TikTok at FHS Forum. Have a fantastic week, Freedom.
Bye!